Good evening, everyone. Welcome. This is the last lesson for this month, February, and the topic is places and society. So after this month, the next month will be new topic as usual. So let's get down to the topics for today for the lesson. Let me get started. All right. Have you finished your WA1 already, Jaden and Hanye? Jaden? Not yet.
No,
Hanye finished already, completed. All the WA finished already. How so far? How do you find the set three? Okay,
um,
for the past 2 months, coming that actually is by tomorrow is the 2 months really. How Hanye, can you cope?
it is really challenging compared to Sec 2.
Of
I
course. I told you last year already. All right, and then your CC also take a toll of it, right? Yeah. Okay. How about you, Jaden?
I don't know. I mean, like, if you get all the concepts, you know everything, it's quite easy. It's quite
Yeah,
easy.
it's true.
It's decently easy.
Oh, so you think you are manageable lah?
Yeah, like if you know all the concepts behind everything, then okay.
Okay, good. Good to hear that. So how about you, Junie? How do you feel your 2 months in set three? Do you feel very stressful, very tough, manageable, or what?
I feel much more tougher than Sec 2 because like the pure sciences are like much more harder.
More
And
deeper, right? More in depth, huh?
yeah,
Yeah,
and the
because it's
subjects like need more memorization.
especially your social study, right?
No, my history.
Your CCA,
No, my history.
G3.
No, history.
Oh, your history, why history so difficult, man?
Because you must memorize like the whole chapter 1 and chapter 2.
Oh, memorizing is my cup of tea. Sorry, because that's what I like to do. History is not just memorize. You need to know the whole entire story, the whole structures, and the causes and effect. The so then how so Hitler attacked Germany, and then Stalin attacked Africa. Correct, now, Judy?
No, mine is like after World War
Hello, of course it's wrong. Where got Hitler attack Germany and Stalin
1.
attack Africa? So you must say so. World War One, Jaden laughing already. So World War One started because of the differences and someone killed the this who is this guy? The Duke
The
of Austria. Then because of different ideology, then they decided to have a war. How it ended World War One. So it's a story. Okay, so sorry. If so far I want to start my history class, but so far there's nobody taking it. And I'm surprised how come you were in the social study class that day. Now you're pulling out because you cannot get along. Judy.
what?
Because you are in the social study class, right?
Yeah.
Then why? What's wrong?
Oh no, because my mom just want to try try a lesson.
Oh, okay. Because we are dealing with set 4 for the time being. So the set 4 classes, the topic is chapter 8. So you are starting chapter 1. So unless there's a few more set 3 coming, because I told my colleagues, it's best not to mix set 3, set 3, set 4, and set 4, because set 4 already preparing for O level, like the 3 of you next year. So their topic now is already in front of you. Okay, so we are doing all the skills already. So it's a bit different. Okay, never mind. Let's move on to today's topics. The last lesson of the month. So let's see what we have here. I hope the next few months down the road in Set 3 will be very smooth sailing. Of course, as you mentioned, the subject is getting tougher. That's actually preparing you not for Set 4. Actually, all these subjects are preparing you for your A level and GC at Poly. So Set 3 is a very strong foundation. If you miss out, then good luck. And then of course your CCA play a bit. Okay, so what is the Society of Singapore? May I have Hanye, can you read the next two paragraphs? The first paragraph was Hanye.
as a society of Singapore. Today, Singapore is a multicultural and multilingual society with four official languages: Mandarin Chinese, Malay, Tamil, and English. Singaporeans of Chinese descent, speaking a variety of dialects as well as Mandarin, make up for more than 3/4 of the population.
So do you agree, Han Ye, Jayden and Junie? So now you're in Sec 3 doing social study. Do you agree, Han Ye, that Singapore majority are Chinese, so we have more power? Agree, Han Ye? No, no, Jayden also say no. Junie also say no. But because they stated what 70% are Chinese, so therefore the Chinese should have the upper hand and control Singapore more. Why you say no, Han Ye? Your answer is correct, it's no. But why is it no?
Because they'll be racist.
Racist?
Yeah.
We are racist?
No. I mean like if all
Racist means no
Chinese
good, because we are what?
like the majority lah. So like
Huh?
if it's
I can't hear you. Your mic is very far away from your mouth.
sorry.
No, never
So,
mind. I really can't hear. Echo, I got echo.
So I think that it'll be racist because to other races it'll be unfair
Exactly.
to them.
So next paragraph will tell you why we are not the we are majority, but we don't control the whole entire Singapore using our majority's votes against the minority like the Malays, the Indians, or the Eurasians or other race. We respect one another. Doesn't mean that in other countries, if they are the race is a majority, they have the power, they have a bigger say, but not in Singapore. Okay, let's read on the next paragraph and see is it true or not. Let's go. Yeah, Han Ye, your turn. Second paragraph.
Singapore society is characterized by strong emphasis on multicultural harmony, a focus on economic prosperity, a high standard of living, strong government presence, and a shared set of values that prioritize national unity, personal responsibility, and community support, all built upon a diverse population of Chinese, Malay, Indian, and Eurasian ethnicities. With English being as the primary language of communication, however, challenges exist retarding income inequality and maintaining social cohesion in a rapidly developing environment.
So you see, even though we are the majority, we will so-called have bigger say, but we didn't. We put that as a diverse the population where we allow other race also to play a part, to contribute to Singapore's success, to make sure that Singapore is not just only for the Chinese, but we have all equal race. We respect them. We cherish their this contribution. And a very good example, all will know that is the EduSave, right? Regardless of what race you are, as long as you contribute and make yourself better and work hard and improve your study, you got EduSave. The same goes to people in Singapore, right? You see the CTC voucher and others rebates, because every one of us play a part. So next month, we are talking about relationship and family. So you realize that this is also links to what we are talking about, a society. Every society, I mean, they have play a part because of individual family who contributes to the building out of nations. As you know, this year is Singapore's 60 years of birthday. So it is very significant because we celebrate the 60 years of independence. And you know, 2 weeks ago, or was it 2 weeks ago, 15th of February was the Total Defense Day. It marks the day that Singapore surrendered and Singapore was being captured by Japanese on the second day of Chinese New Year in 1942. When people are having Chinese New Year and he came in and killed all the Chinese, massacre and shocking the Chinese. And that is really a wake-up call to all of us that independence and defense is very important. Okay, so thank you. That's my turn to read. So I use the word Malayan to represent the society of Singapore. So maybe your guys can use the word Malayan. So well, to me, Singapore society is a Malayan. So let's start with M. M is meritocracy for all races. So we are not racist. We are not against others. So you can use this for your social study or your English. So this is what I feel just nice that the acronyms of Malayans resonates and in fact really deep rooted to Singapore's history and the future of Singapore. Now let's start with meritocracy for all races. It is true. Okay, we don't care who you are as long as you're Singaporean or PR, even foreigners. Right, true, Han Ye. You're not Singaporean now. Are you Singaporean? Yes, Jaden and Juni, you're Singaporean, right? Okay, I think some of your classmates may not be Singaporean, agree? They are foreigners. So if we are against them, let's say, sorry, my dog barking, I'm very irritating. If you are against this foreigner to come to Singapore to work, to study, to contribute to the society of Singapore, then it's not fair already, right? In fact, every part of the world, any corner of the world, we need foreigners to come into that particular country to contribute one another, right? Now, next one, excel in education. That's the purpose of Hanye, Jaden and Junie. Why your parents come to Singapore? Why don't they go to US, to Canada, to United Kingdom, to Italy, to Germany, to France, to Japan, to Malaysia, to Indonesia, to Australia, to New Zealand, you name it, the list go on. But why they choose Singapore? Because we do as really excellence in educations. Do you agree now? Maybe you say, no, I think better. Yeah, but then why in the first place they come to Singapore? When you come to Singapore, and I should bow to all your parents who have come to Singapore because you make this place a wonderful place because of your parents' contributions. Next, we talk about rigorous in defense. Now, this one is very clear cut that Singapore is a small country, a little red dot. We do not have a proper. In fact, Singapore spent billions of dollars just to upgrade the weapons, the arsenal, and the training to beef up the Singapore armed forces, the air, land, and sea, as well as the Singapore Police Force and Singapore Civil Defense Force. All this is to make sure the countries every night, you and me, Jaden, Junie, and Hanyan, you and me and your family member can sleep in peace. You honestly, you go and see the Ukraine people and the Israel people. Do you think they can sleep in peace at night? Maybe they sleep halfway, boom, they die. Seriously. Or during World War II, when our great-grandparents went through the war, it's so tough for them. So you see, you can stay in peace because your fellow citizens are actually patrolling the islands, defending the islands, ensuring there's no terrorists, ensuring there's no enemies coming to Singapore. Next, we are talking about learning nations, and it's called, write down if you want, it's called lifelong learning. The skill futures can tell you that every citizens have a chance. And agree on Jaden and Hani and Julie, you got the PLD, right? Personal learning device. You can check with other friends in other school. No, sorry, not in other school. In other country, do you think they do have PLD now? Jaden, have you checked with your friend in China? Yuma? Did the government give them a PLD? Hani, your cousin in China, Junie, your cousin in China, Yuma? Do you think have the no right? They either buy themselves or good luck to them to borrow or whatever. So you see, it's to make sure learning nation to continuous learning. You have to understand now, my country, Singapore, your country, and my country, Singapore. We do not have natural resources. The only resources is your brain. So we have to continue to upgrade and upgrade to keep up our skills. Whatever job your parents have now, maybe 10, 20 years, 30 years, the job they have might be obsolete because it might be replaced by robotics, AI, or other technology. Next, innovation nations. You realize that Singapore came out a lot of innovative ideas, scientific breakthrough, and the most important thing is that we are one of the nations who always like to have creativities. And this is where, gentlemen, your next 20 years of your life will be all about innovations. And that is why people want to come to Singapore to invest. And one of the things they invest because of innovations to allow us to stay abreast with the latest advanced technology. Next, we have the openness to all race and religions. We are fair to everyone. That is why, Julie, Anya, and Jaden, we have the National Gazette holidays, which is Hari Raya, Diwali, Christmas, and Vesak Day, and Chinese New Year. Okay, and from this holiday, these are from different race and religions. And I tell you, the most important one is religion. Because a religion can really transform a whole entire nation and can change the entire things. you see, for thousands of years until now, they always fight because of, number one, religions. Of course, you can say race, but I've been teaching for so many years. It's always a religion that's the one that is the most paramount important. Because a religion to me can unite different race, okay, into one's common religions. And that religions is like 一个解脱. You see, God don't need us, we need gods. But some people say, sorry, I don't even believe in God. I'm an atheist. Is there a God? And says, show me, show me miracle, show me that God, show me there's Jesus, show me there's Buddha. So they are very hardcore. They will not believe all these things. Fair, we leave it to them. So we don't talk about religion to them, but let's talk about races. Okay, race is very important. Everyone are born in different color skins. There is a reason for that. Now, if you say God want to be fair and be good, then everyone have one color. Then it's being very funny, right? So there's no such thing called united color. Next, last but not least, never bow down to hardship and failure. Okay, some of your grandparents are staying in China. I think because of their 永垂不朽、宁死不屈的精神啊，没有说向失败者低头啊。That is why China today is so famous, so popular, so advanced, and so strong, and so popular, and so one of the best. We should thanks to our great-grandparents all the way to your grandparents, and of course to your parents. Because if they bow to failures, today China will not be great again. They will be considered as 东亚病夫, the weaklings of the East. So I came out this word Malayans, and that's how I summarize this whole entire month topics about the society of Singapore. Sorry, let me drink some water. Society of Singapore, okay? You all can drink some water too. Because when I'm talking, the fan is blowing my mouth, so that's why I think I'm coughing. So, gentlemen, later, if we have time, please give your definitions of what you mean to you as Society of Singapore, okay? Anye, are you there, Junie? Your camera's still not working.
Yeah.
Can you start fixing it? I feel very uncomfortable when you don't turn on the camera. It's not your fault, I know. But I'm very
My father buy it on the Taobao. Like very long.
Okay, later I talk to the Taobao CEO, ask them to expedite and give it to you fast. Then I call him and say, 哎，你早讲嘛，原来是你学生要的。好好，我马上亲自拿去给你的学生。好，谢谢。Jaden is like, yeah, shit you, Agreement. Who do you think you are? Hey, what happened to your face, my dear? Pimple, or you scratch? Huh?
Oh,
You scratch yourself?
pimple.
Okay lah. I know you look young, pimple. Okay, look at this picture here. I just worried that, recently a lot of bullying case. Right, scratching, all these things, very like a norm. Look at this picture here, the Malayan, the MBS, the flyer, all these things. Why I show you this is that it's so peaceful, it's so serene, it's so relaxed. Can you find any places like this better than Singapore? Of course, right? But why? Why do they have all this in place? This want to show that the prosperity of a country, a society. Have you heard of 愚公移山呢？你听过吗？韩烨有没有听过这个成语？愚公移山没有？觉得呢？有啊？Johnny 有吗？
No.
没有啊？Okay, let's see. A clever Chinese fable, fish spot, remember fish spot, about a foolish man. Okay, Johnny. No. Just now was who reading? Han Ye, Johnny, your turn. Read the Chinese word also. Go.
Never give up takes on an interesting new perspective with the popular Chinese fable 愚公移山. The story presents a magnifying look into the Chinese culture, the motivational pep talk, as well as an interesting lesson on how to use 聪明, clever, and 愚蠢, foolish in Chinese. The story is centered around a man called Yu Gong, or literally Mr. Fu. Mr. Fu takes it upon himself to literally move a couple of mountains that sit outside his home, as he finds that they are a nuisance to his comfort. He attempts to take out the mountain and insists on persistently going no matter what. Later on, the heavenly god learned about Yugong's story, was highly impressed and helped him. Yugong finally, after much persistence, succeeded.
So this is also, there are many few parts of the story about Yu Gong Yisan, about the society there at that time. Is it true they got such story, man? Is it true got such an old man really so foolish, really want to move the entire mountain? Is it true that this story is to talk about this man who is so motivated, want to shift from this place to another place, or want to make this place a more livelier place so that people can pass through? There's another story talking about this old man was digging, and somebody, the villagers passed by and asked him, why are you doing this? He said, yeah, I just want to make a path so that we don't need to go one big round and can got this easy access. So all the villagers laugh at him. You crazy. By the time you really want to do, you think you can move the mountain. By the time you do halfway, you already say bye-bye to this world. He said, yes, it's true. I will die before I can make the path I expected, but I still got my children, I still got my grandchildren, I still got my great-grandchildren. As long as you, 只要有恒心，铁半磨成针. So we are all Chinese here. So I got Malay students, of course, to be fair, he didn't know what you mean by this story. So later I explain to you again. So as far as you got the perseverance and resilience and never give up attitude, and the very disciplined, you definitely can move a mountain. So this is a true story about this old man. Okay, Junie, can you finish up this one?
The Indian man known for moving a mountain is Dashrath Banji, also called the Mountain Man, who dedicated 22 years of his life to carving a path through a large hill using only a hammer and chisel to provide easy access to medical care for his village in Bihar, India, after his wife tragically died due to a lack of proper road to the hospital.
So this is a true story. If you don't believe, you can Google and type this. So that one maybe the Chinese is a fable, 传说一个故事这样啦。有没有 don't know. But this one confirmed that this picture, yeah, it's true. And the best part, not Julie, he started to move the mountain to make a path out of the mountain is only when his wife died. To somehow, when his wife died, he says, forget it. Why should I bother? Anyway, my wife died already. So life move on and move on the other thing. But he did not. He realized that since my wife died because I do not have a proper access, it took a longer path. Of course, this old man definitely got no money to buy a Mercedes or a helicopter to fetch his wife to the nearest hospital. So having to that, he realized that my strategy, I would not want let other people also to follow like my strategy. So I want to start and help others so that their wife or the children can be safe. And that is true. And because of that, another story is talking about all the villagers came and helped him to make a path out of it and go through. So why? Society is so cute. Either you support or you against or you ignore. Okay, so okay, we're done with this. So your definitions for that. Okay, let's read the essay now. Jaden, are you ready?
The progress made in society has also led to rise in awareness of the heritage that different groups across the world hold dear. With the world now feeling smaller than it has ever been, than it has ever has before due to the prominence of social media and the internet, cultural knowledge and traditions from all over the world across space and time are at our fingertips. The online community has given new life to traditional practices and stories by curating and presenting them to people all across the world through digital platforms, raising the overall profile of the heritage of different communities and lifting them out of obscurity.
Okay, stop. Okay, that's good. So you see, write down this at our fingertips. The word is at your fingertips. Write down the one highlighted in yellow. We will help you. Okay, and it's true. And obscurity also one of the words. Obscurity, very popular words to use in JC as well in O level. The word is at your fingertips. The keyboard is at your fingertips. The mercy is at your fingertips to see how you really want to help others. Or you how you want to use your fingertips to rule the world. The fingertip is not just enter the keyboard. It's the fingertip means your power in your hand. How you want to transform. Just like the old man, the power in his hand is to craft out a path through the mountains. And so the people, the villagers can go through a shorter path in case of emergency. So it's really at your fingertips. It's really literally at his fingertip. And it is true that the world is getting smaller because of the not global warming, globalizations, and they kind of make it so easy for people to access. Last time, you might take a few weeks or few months to find out the answer. Now, I think less than one day, you know already. Because the internet itself is flooded with a lot of informations. Let's go to the next sentence, please. The increase
in knowledge about New Zealand's Maori community, for instance, has increased global awareness of the heritage of New Zealand, as traditional Maori practices such as the haka are performed during sporting events
You
on...
know what is haka?
No.
You know, have you seen the New Zealander, the All Blacks, they play rugby, they will do this. It's just like, Juni can say, are you done? Can you stop doing that? Yeah, can we start the game? So they always like, no, seriously, you go and type, go to YouTube, you see all the New Zealand All Blacks rugby, they will do the haka war cry, the war dance. They just like, or this thing. Sorry, I didn't mean to be insulting them. They will do this, yeah. So it's like when you're going for war, they are doing this war dance to get them to motivate and scare their enemies. That is their traditions. Okay, that's called haka. 不是客家人啊 The word is haka for them 不是那个 direct 客家人 carry on.
Sporting events on television screens around the world. Platforms like Google Arts and Culture similarly allow the public to access high-resolution images of artworks housed in famous museums across the world.
Okay, realize that this is really, you don't need to fly all the way to New Zealand to witness the Maori to do the haka performing during sports event, or even, you know how they shake hand? They don't shake hand. If you go to New Zealand and meet out the Maori people, they use nose to nose, that your nose rub against their nose, consider as a handshake really. Consider a housewarming, a warm welcome to the house. Nose to nose, seriously, I wouldn't do that. But that is their tradition. That is how it works. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, let's move on to the next paragraph and the next sentence. Jaden, the progress.
The progress that has been made with technology has thus allowed communities around the world to practice their traditions in front of a wider audience, raising the awareness of the different heritages and traditions that exist around the world, ensuring that these practices, traditions, and knowledge that make up a community's heritage continue to live and thrive for years to come. With the world continuing to progress, it has in fact created a more conducive and comfortable environment for its different heritages to grow and prosper by giving these heritages a new voice through the avenue of technology and social media.
I think without this latest technology called the YouTube, the TikTok, or the social media, we might be still like a frog in the well. We might not know that certain parts of the world, they got this Maui, the Hakas, the way they do the dance during the sport event. Or we might not know the tribes in Africa, how they behave. Or we do not know the last tribes or the ancient tribe or the losing tribe or the tribe that left behind for hundreds of years surface in the Amazon jungle. We may not know how the polar bear was being, malnutrition because of the global warming and the ice melting. The poor bear has no ice to sit on it. Then poor thing, you have to keep swimming until you really have to try. You need, because of ice melting, right? You need to have some land, because North Pole don't have land. It's all a thick iceberg. Thank you. Okay, next paragraph. Hanya, the progress of society.
The progress of society has also led to different communities across the world becoming more accepting of other groups, in the cultural heritage. The progress the society has made towards the acceptance of different cultures has allowed them to thrive even beyond the original borders. Increased education in the message of acceptance that has been spread across the world as a result of globalization and the ease of exchange of information and movement has witnessed the cultures and heritage thrive in completely foreign lands, as many of these heritages and traditions are brought along with the people as they move across the increasingly connected world. One
Yes,
prime
thank you.
example.
Okay, hold on. So the increasing connected world is the use of the advance of technology. And the use of these technologies has helped us to go far and beyond our reach to see different cultures. Thank you. Mute, please, Anye, please mute. You can hear the background of the piano. So what happened is that with these new technologies, we are able to go to different type of society and different places to explore, to do research, to do archaeological findings, to do some beyond our imagination of the expeditions that we're going to embark on and see the different part of the world and get more ideas to improve in our day-to-day activities that you never know. So sometimes people go to YouTube and see the different culture, different foods, different cuisine, different architecture. They link on in life, they got this inspiration. Hey, I can use it to adopt this in my backyard. Okay, for my car, for my whatever it is. Okay, thank you. One prime, carry on, please, Hanye. One prime. Hanye, let's go.
One prime example of this will be the rise of Chinatowns within major cities across the world, acting as a shining beacon of Chinese cultural heritage amidst a
Yeah,
cosmopolitan
cosmopolitan. Write down all the one highlighted in yellow, please use it. Jayden, Junhie,
cosmopolitan,
Hanye.
cosmopolitan backdrop in cities like Melbourne, New York, and London, miles away from China itself. Indian food joints have similarly become
Ambiguous.
ubiquitous.
Maybe it's
Ubiquitous.
a lot for you to select on.
Mm,
Cosmopolitan is like an international airport like that,
all right. In Western
huh?
cities like London, apart from being a place for people to maintain their cultural heritage abroad, areas have become a way for foreigners to acquaint themselves with the cultural heritage of a place and community with the comforts of their own country. The prominence of different cultural experiences and images across the world has thus created a more inclusive and accepting world, creating a more comfortable and inviting environment for people to express and maintain their cultural heritage.
So because of technology, because of the advanced use of social media, because of this use of these different gadgets like the handphones, the drones, the very good fine digital camera that can shoot thousands or few hundred or thousand of meter away, and it captures the moments of the in animal kingdoms or the what do you call this the glacier where the ice berg's going to melt, and the volcano eruptions, the Niagara Fall, all these. Without the technology, of course, you can fly there, you can walk there, you can take a ship there, but it takes a longer time to reach the destinations. So with this, the progress of the society as what we are talking about this one, the topic is to allow us to know further that Chinatown is a very good example to use. Whichever part of your world you go, there will definitely have a Chinatown. This Chinatown is not just a shining beacons, but it's also give that kind of feel that the roots that we are Chinese. 我们是华人，我们来自中国. And it's true. In those Singaporeans who are born here, their ancestor and my ancestor are definitely from China. There's no way that another place that is, the Chinese will be there. So whichever part of the Chinese in any parts, the main root itself, as what is mentioned in this paragraph, the cultural heritage, is still from China. It's just like which part of China, the Fujian, the Guangdong, 还是海南, 还是潮州, or whatever it is. So take note now, these topics is not just for practicing in situations. It will definitely help you in your further study in social study as well as your A-level. All right, we are done with this. Now we're going to move on to this one here. I think I mentioned the last time about the Prata. Take note of visual graphic text. Uncle Raymond will not be doing this a visual graphic text for at least next 2 or 3 months. So just take note, a recap for what we have learned for the past 2 lessons. One is, of course, the foreground. Of course, you know, the foreground, we are talking about the foreground is this part here. And then the 4 corners, and then, of course, the middle ground, which is show the central attraction. A very disgusting lady with the kind of lips and crack because of heavy smoking. And the background, quitting is harder, and the tone, the tagline, okay? So take note now, for visual graphic text, you must have 3 ground, the foreground, middle ground, and background. Okay, can Jaden, okay? Can Junie. So next, of course, if you're using iSerup. Now, iSerup is mostly used in source-based question for social study and history. Like infer, compare with 2 sources. But the visual graphic text, only text 1 and text 2 to compare. Reliability, of course, all the sources given by MOE to do your visual graphic text is definitely reliable. Is it useful? Of course it's useful. It's useful that because every source will tell you a story. Of course it's useful that tell you that smoking will be harmful to you. What is the purpose? To stop smoker to smoke. And what's the tone? Negative tones. Okay, so it's the same as iSerup is the same as Prata. Okay, just take note now. Okay, now I want you to take a look at these pictures here. Okay, Jaden, Junie, and Hanye. Which picture do you think is the worst? Jaden?
D.
D, ah. Okay.
D,
How about Jun? D, D for Denmark, ah. Okay, how about Junie?
C.
D for Denmark also. How about Hanye?
I think D, cause it's
D,
frightening.
D, ah. Okay, can you tell me why A is okay? Everyone take a chance to say. Okay, start with Junie first. Is A okay?
It look like he's eating something. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. How about Jaden? Do you think B is okay?
No.
B. Do you think B is better than D? Yes, right.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely, I like the word. Thank you. What about C, Hanye? C is definitely.
I think it's still better than D because at least the people are surviving with some food to eat and some clothing to wear.
You're using the Prata, the purpose, reliability, and the target audience. Okay. Now, A is a child in China. Obviously, you can see. No racist. It's a child in China that at least 他有书读，他有一个可能那个面包已经，哇，I think 是馒头吧，you know, to eat lah. So you got clothes, got food, got books to read. Definitely is okay. Now B, I ever have been like that before, no, Jaden. I ever pick up food on the floor and eat. I'm not kidding you. Is that poor I was. Seriously, that poor I was. Seriously, okay, I will remember that. And you see, this boy is really had to, no books to read, but still got clothing. Okay, this one I think is in Thailand. Thailand, yeah, see? Okay, scrap of foods here and then to survive. Then I got student ask me, this picture has been using for many years, and I think more than 10 years. Then my student asked me, my ex-student, Uncle Raymond, where is his parents? Where are his parents go to? 3 possibility. The parents either die, the parents give up on him, or the third one, the parents also like him. Beggars. Now C is obviously in Philippines. Give me a minute, I drink water. Definitely is in Philippines from the look. They are at the slum, the rubbish dump there, the big rubbish dump. At least they got food to eat. They got family bonding. It's a place that is not very nice, but this is their place they call home. And then you see background, behind the background, you see like the front ground, middle ground, and background. Front ground is that they're sitting with a very dirty clothes. I think they never changed their clothes for many months. I cannot take it. When I was in army, I 2 days never changed my uniform. I got rashes already. Hey, I'm not kidding. You know why? Because we're in the jungle, you don't shoot halfway. Hey, hello, enemy. Yes. Wait, I change my uniform. Don't shoot first, don't shoot. Wait ah, okay, promise ah, cannot shoot ah. Then change. 好了没有？你等一下啦，我再换裤子。好了，换了。OK，等一下，我 underwear 还没有换。哎呦，快点呢！等一下我要跑的我 underwear。好了吗？等一下，等一下，我还没有放 camouflage stick。啊，美哦。OK，我好了，开始 bang bang bang。You go and tell the enemy 啊，喊你 you laugh 笑。Hey, seriously, I tell you I do leopard crawl. You know what's leopard crawl? With my rifle, and then purposely my officer want me to crawl on the mud. Shit, man. That is the whole place, my whole underwear, everything like shit already. And then cannot bathe, no. It's so bad, no. So can you imagine these people for more than 1 month, 2 months, they don't bathe. Oh my goodness. Especially their underwear and panties. Yo, I don't know how to say. My goodness. I cannot. Then the background, you see all the backgrounds here. So definitely they are good lah. And foods, family bondings, and then everything's happy. Maybe who knows? Do you agree now, Jaden and Junie, Hanyi? Maybe when they look something from behind, they found a diamond ring. They found some treasure, correct not? One man trash is another man treasure. Maybe they found something, well, overnight they become billionaire. You never know, Maybe the husband, the boyfriend and the girlfriend kena chiu. Then the girlfriend said, I don't want you, or the boyfriend fed up, throw away a $1 million diamond ring. And happen you found it. Wow, okay, man, brother. That's not every day like that. This point, the whole body is full of maggots. All right. And after this picture, he bye-bye already. So a student asked me, what happened to him? It happened that because in Africa, they got this tribe fighting, killing each other. So his family whole family and village all bye-bye, the whole society gone. Really like Hitler, genocide, pam, 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 pam. So when this reporter took this picture, also the enemy came. Of course, the reporter, because they are protected with guns, so they can't do anything. But they just slaughter everyone on the way. Very sad. So which society you want, A, B, C, D? I think you don't need to answer. None of the above. So if you don't want this kind of society, what must you do? To end this month topic, what is your reflections? If you don't want your next generations to have this kind of setback, to have this kind of society, that this kind of place that you don't want to call it a home, what must you do? I was student ask, hey, Uncle Raymond, how about these people? How come the government don't do anything? How come they don't have this? Remember, back to the rigorous defense. Imagine any enemy come to Singapore and kill all the men and took all the girls and women to become their slave, and all the children become the next soldier army. Oh my God. I don't know how it's going to be like. And this happened to this kind of poor people. You see, this one, nobody want to take him. But for these two boys, definitely to those the bad people, the villains will come, hey, come, you join me. I give you food, I give you things, everything. But on one condition, you must work for me as a soldier. Okay, 反正我都是要死的，我没有东西，反正我帮你做兵. Yeah, I know soldier will die, but at least I can live longer with proper food and shelter and clothing. I go for it. So remember last week you do this one, right? Where is it now? Okay. Remember last week you do the adjective, Jaden? Correct. You So remember, this is the method. You must remember 11 different types of formula. And you must start with the number and all the way down. Don't worry, use my method. It's in my book. You see, we got size. We got condition. We got color. Okay, we got expression, don't have expressions. We got nouns, they don't have nouns. We got time will be maybe origin. And then we got shape. Yeah, we got shape. So I leave it to you. Do you want to use sense for adjective to make the sentences, or do you want to use this 11? So there's no fixed formula. Okay, these are the so-called their formulas to write a proper adjective sentences. Without further ado, let's do this later exercise. This exercise very cute. You just put yes or no. Okay? The first time I done it. Are the adjective in the correct order? If yes, just write yes. That means no need to change anything. So if you think number 2 is yes, you just put yes. If you think number 2 need to change, you go according to this pattern and the sentence adjective in the correct answer. Okay, I give you about 5 minutes to do number 2 to 10. Let's go. Send your answer to the Zoom chat. Okay, thank you very much, children. So this we got a comprehension passage to go along. So once we finish this, we're going to go through the comprehension passage. Okay, so type your answer there. Thank you. All right, thank you, Jaden and Junyi. Honey, are you done? There, you got when you send. You send? You haven't sent. Oh, okay, thanks. Good. Junyi, sorry. Because later I'm going to read the passage. Can you read the answer for 2 and 9 for me? Don't mind, Arjun. I open up the answer. Okay,
Oh,
thanks,
wait,
Arjun.
wait. I haven't finished yet.
Oh, you haven't finished, ah? 你不是 finish 了咩? Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, sorry, 我看错。来，你再做。
Done.
Ready, Johnny? In 3, 2, 1, go. Read 1 to 10.
That big red truck moves slowly.
Okay, so we go by the size, huh? Next one.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
don't say yes, but the one that my mother.
My mom is a short Russian woman.
Okay, so we go by the size, then followed by the origin. Okay, carry on. Next one.
England's an entertaining big old country.
Entertaining, so entertaining will be more to the conditions. Next one.
Sophie ate a delicious small Chinese cookie.
If you say Sophie ate the Chinese small, also very funny, huh? It doesn't make sense. Number 5.
The team has 3 oval leather footballs to use for practice.
So no need to say 3 is a number, so we start with 3 first. Okay, good. And then followed by the ladder, which is the conditions. And then followed by what? Yeah, okay. Next one.
Brian and Missy are self-laying 12 small fresh orange
Okay,
tangerines.
okay, so go by number and shapes and then the conditions. Okay, number 7.
My mom has a fantastic, gigantic mansion on a beautiful street.
Okay, this one, same thing, conditions. Yeah, okay, number 8.
4 adorable grey bunnies moved into our backyard.
So no need to say number come first and followed by the color, right? Gray color, yeah. Okay, next one.
Robert brought an adorable yellow silk tie to wear to school.
Adorable will be conditions, then followed by, or opinion also can, and then last one.
Have a small old purple umbrella.
Those conditions, size, then the age, then the color. Okay, correct, age and color. All right, thank you very much. How many got correct? Please send in your answer. The total 9, not 10. Okay, let's do our comprehension passage now. So 9, full marks, Jaden. Jaden, full marks, Jaden, are you okay? You look very tired today. You got CCA, huh?
A lot of things.
Huh?
A lot of things.
A lot of what? Sorry?
A lot of things.
A lot of things, Oh, okay, lo. So just suck it out and do lah. That's like, okay, do you want to do this a lot of things then to compare with the 4 pictures there? I leave it to you, correct now, huh? How about Hanye? How many you got correct? Agree now, huh? A lot of things to do. All these things that you do is going to make you more rich, more better, have a comfortable life than compared to the 4 kids there. Hanye, how many you got correct? 你有几个对？我跟你讲
I didn't see it, sorry.
Huh? Then what you do just now? Did you check your answer now? Are you playing with your phone again? Your broadstar again? Okay, 快点。Count, please. Don't, please don't like that. You're not wasting time, Okay, if not like this.
Okay,
You really
can go
wasting
down.
time. I have to wait for about 1 minute to do this. Okay?
Oh yeah, I got
I trust you.
6.
I won't. Huh?
6
Okay, let's move on to the comprehension passage. Of course, this one you must do lah. Every month will have 5 questions like that for you to choose up. But do you know because the past 2 years, those questions that I selected for homework, it really came out to some of the students in their school exam or even in their O-level exam. They really came out. So it's like, you can say coincident or lucky, whatever you call it, because I also looked through the questions before. All right, let's start as usual. Today, Uncle is going to go through this one with you. Next week, you are supposed to hand in the answer. Okay? And you're supposed to do and write. Okay? If you don't hand in the answer, then I just go through the motion already. So don't blame me, Okay? I help you down. The text below is written for his newborn daughter by neurosurgeons writer Paul something, okay? After he was diagnosed with terminal cancer. Oh my God. Guess what? Today I went to check out. The doctor said I'm your pink of health. No more liver cancer and no more kidney cancer. My kidney stone are gone perfectly good. Even though got a bit of cyst, but the liver got cirrhosis, which is like hardening of liver. But if I were to do a proper exercise, eat healthy foods and positive thinking, I will not be there in the terminal cancer. Thank God. All right, so let's read on. I developed a classic constellations of symptoms: weight loss, fevers, night sweats, unremitting back pains, cough indicating a diagnosis, quickly confirmed metastatic lung cancer. Okay, I think is it smoking a lot? Metastatic lung cancer. The gears of time ground down, the gears of time. Wow, you make the time become a personification of machine. While able to limp through the ends of the residency on treatments, I relapsed, underwent chemotherapy, and endured a prolonged hospitalization. So this first paragraph was very sad paragraph. It started off with, if people who have cancer went through this, they know how the pain is for this author, Paul. And it might be a true story that he was diagnosed with terminal cancer, means it's like a last stage is to say bye-bye to this world already. It's just a matter of time how long you're going to live and survive in this world and gone peacefully. Usually cancer patients will go out, maybe 10% are peacefully. The rest of 90% is really excruciating pain, and that's it. Okay, next paragraph. Junie, will you mind read the second paragraph? I will explain the second paragraph, okay? So the next few paragraphs are Jaden and Hanye take turn, okay? Number 3 will be Hanye, number 4 will be Jaden. Number 2, please.
I emerged from the hospital weakened, with thin limbs and thin hair. Now unable to walk, I was left at home to convalesce. Getting up from a chair or lifting a glass of water took concentration and effort. A full day's activity might be a medical appointment or a visit from a friend. The rest of time was rest, with little to distinguish one day from the next. Time relating began to feel static, and goals settled in. Now the time of day meant nothing. The day of the week scarcely more so.
I'm lost with word. Because of this cancer had took a toll of his health, has made him become a very strong muscular man into such a weak person, can't even hold a glass of water. That shows how severe it is, how the lung, that means his breathing difficulty. He might be, imagine guys, he might be on tube to survive through. And the worst thing is that, his whole entire day is going through medical appointments, drugs and drugs and drugs to keep him alive. I can imagine how thin this person is. Practically, it's so thin, it's like it's buying time. So that's why you say the gears of time ground down. Ground down, that means it's like, waiting. Sorry, I threw out my phlegm. Sorry. It's so just like practically he can see how frail, how weak, how fatigued, how tired he is. The second paragraph is also a very miserable paragraph. It's a paragraph that he can't wait to say to end his life, in my opinion. Okay, let's go number 3. Han Ye. You say Han Ye? Yeah. Han Ye.
Yet there was dynamism in our
There
house.
is, please come on, focus. Come on, focus.
Yet there is dynamism in our house.
Then why you stop there?
Oh, sorry.
Huh?
Our daughter was born a few days after my release from the hospital. Week to week, as she blossoms, her first grasp, her first smile, her first laugh. Her pay,
A pediatrician. Pediatrician
uh,
is a doctor who look after baby. Yeah.
a,
Pediatrician
pre-
is a doctor who look after babies.
a pediatrician regularly records her growth on charts. Tick marks her progress over time, and brightening newness around her surrounds her. As she sits in my lap smiling, enthralled by my tuneless singing, and incandescence lights the room.
I can imagine, Han Ye. The wife just give birth to the daughter. And just after a few weeks, this poor man have to suffer through the cancer labs. I can imagine he as a father, you wish to carry your baby, but he can't do it because he already got problem holding a glass. Having said that, to hold the baby, can you imagine the baby was born only less than 1 or 2 months, and you carry the baby, and that's it, boom. You know, if the hand is weak, the baby would fall on would fall on the ground. Oh my goodness, it's 真的是两败俱伤。The only thing that he can do is to put her on the lap, so the wife will put on the lap. So he never mentioned the wife, so it's very sad. Another very sad paragraph. Even though this paragraph got some light to cheer him that at least all these toughness, this cancer, this attack, this miserable stuff that he has went to go through, he still got a dim hope of light to see his daughter smiling at him. You know, of course the daughter don't know what happened to his daddy lah. Okay, Jaden.
Time for me is double-edged. Every day brings me further from the low of my last cancer relapse. But every day also brings me closer to the next cancer recurrence and eventually death. Perhaps later than I think, but certainly sooner than I desire. There are, I imagine, two responses to that realization. The most obvious might be an impulse to frantic activity, to live life to its fullest, to travel, to die, to achieve a host of neglected ambitions. Part of the cruelty of cancer, though, is not only that it limits your time, it also limits your energy, vastly reducing the amount you can squeeze into a day. It is a tired hair who now races. But even if I had the energy, I prefer a more tortoise-like approach. I plot, I ponder, and simply persist.
The way you read, very links to the mood there. It's like a commentator, narrator, linking to the whole story. When you're reading, I can imagine how he is. Time for me is double-edged sword, good and bad, which brings that, okay, I have to go and relapse and going to cure it. And after curing, I might be a few minutes or even an hour to feel good about it. And I can see my daughter. But at the same time, every time I relapse, my drugs went off, thin off, gone off, they will come back again. It shows that there's no sign of improvement, there's no sign of hope, there's no sign of recovery. Hey, it's like waiting to die lah. But perhaps never mind. I think of it as the other way. You know, it's relative. I have to live life to my fullest because my daughter's just born. I need to see how it works. As long as I can buy time, I can continue to see I can help myself if my body can help me. But unfortunately, the cruelty of cancer is that, sorry, it's your time to go, your time to go. You have the limited energies and the resources to help you to fight against the cancerous cells. So this guy is like, instead of rushing it to quickly die or quickly clear it, say, no, I think I take a slower approach. I let the time to pause. I let the time to slow down. I let the time to maybe to have a break so that I can have more breather and can spend more time with my daughter. Ayo, very sad. It's still a very sad paragraph. Jaden, thank you very much. Next, Judy.
Everyone succumbs to finitude. Is it finitude?
Yes, finitude.
I suspect I'm not the
Reply
only
to
one.
something that is not good. It's like, sorry, just suck it up. Carry on.
I suspect I'm not the only one who reaches this blue perfect state. Most ambitious or either achieve or abandon either way. We belong to the past. The future instead of the ladder towards the goal of life. Flattens out into a perpetual present. Money, status, all the vanities the preacher of L8Sec32025 described hold so little interest, a chasing after wind indeed.
Elicities described hopes to so much that the preachers of Elicities is something that is about preaching about life and death, about the finitude is like limited hours, limited time. The whole first four paragraphs tell you already. Time and tide wait for no man's. You cannot turn back the clock. You cannot pause the clock. You have to move forwards. It's like you're buying time. You are looking at the ways that even you want to, you can use money to buy, use anything to buy. Sorry, you can buy the whole world, everything. A few things that you cannot use money to buy. One of them is time. You can buy love or not. Some people say yes, some people say no. You can buy health now. Some people say yes, of course. Prevention is better than cure. Yeah, true, but I think time and oxygens you cannot buy. Yeah, I can buy oxygen. Make it okay. So you can say everything. Maybe time you cannot buy. You cannot buy time. Okay, but you can you slow time? As what this paragraph say that I just have to leave my ends and that the future is so bleak that that's like it flattens already. I got no hope to see. Instead of the climbing out the ladder of hopes, I'm like climbing out I'm digging a grave towards my own funeral. Okay, Hanya, your turn, please.
Yet one person cannot be robbed. Oh, yet one person cannot be robbed for her futurity. My daughter, KD. I hope I'll live long enough that she has some memory of me. Words have a longevity I do not. I had thought I could leave her a series of letters, but what would they really say? I don't know what this girl will be like when she is 50. I don't even know if she'll take that to the nickname we've given her. There is perhaps only one thing to say to this infant, who is all future, overlapping briefly with me, whose life, barring the improbable, is all but past.
Very sad. Can you imagine that person's daughter just born? Got so many things to see her. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Sorry, I'm taking my medicine. I'm taking my Fumasil. So the father has a lot of hope. You can rob my time. You can take my life. You can take my health. But please, don't rob the future of my daughter, Katie. She's just born. She's an innocent little kid's baby. How I wish I can see through her life. It's just like your parents. The moment the day you were born, your parents was like so excited to see how Jaden is going to be like for a couple of years. Like Junyi, how your parents going to see yourself to wear the square top, the university 帽子, how you see Hanye to get married with kids, and Jaden to become the CEO of a company, all this graduate. But not for this porn. Very sad. He was thinking to write every letter to every year, maybe. He was thinking every year the daughter birthday, you will ask the wife every time when the daughter turn 1, turn 2, 3, 4, 5, they open out the letter and let the daughter to read. Is it good enough? Can the father predict what it's going to be like? Dear daughter, by the time you turn 18, this letter tells you, do you think he has the energy and the courage and the will to write? But this passage is like to tell you on the different place of things that it happens. Okay. Who's done? Jaden, is it you? The last one? Jaden.
Yeah.
Yes, Jaden.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
That message is simple. When you come to one of the many moments in life when you must give an account of yourself, provide a ledger of what you have been and done and meant to the world, do not, I pray, discount that you filled dying man's days with a sated joy, a joy unknown to me in all my prior years, a joy that does not hunger for more and more, but rests satisfied in this time right now. That is an enormous thing. An
What
excerpt from the article Before I Die, some words from my baby daughter.
Oh, this one now this one will bring alive. Hey, bloody, you read that one like want to die. It's already so tragedy and so sad and melancholic and so like Shakespeare Hamlet. Well, and then set from the article Before I Die, here's some words of my baby daughter. Wow. Welcome to the advertisement. 现在我们在广播上是嗨喝这个奶茶对你身体有益。好，这是专治商提供的减肥药。Okay, the message is like what it says, short, sweet, and simple is how are you going to cherish life? How are you going to make sure that all this year I've done so much and now I have to be gone without enjoyment to see the growth of my baby girl? Is it right now? Is it robbing my rights as a father, as a responsible father to see it grow? And why are you taking away my life at this moment when my wife and my daughter need me most? Is it things that is like a dying man asking too much? No. God, give me extension. I'm not asking you to live for me to live 100 years. Maybe give me a few years life so that I can see my daughter to grow. Not another 10, 20 years, maybe 2 more years. At least I feel as a sense of father belonging. Societies have a place for everything. Very sad. Society not only have a place for everything, society also can take away and rob you like what is this poor father is. The gears of time's ground down. Explain the metaphor and how it depicts. There, I told you, right? Okay, the author situation, support your answer with details from paragraph 1. So for goodness sake, please do this homework. Okay, let me repeat again. Please do this homework. If you don't want to do, I'm okay with it. But next lesson, Han Ye, please listen now. Han Ye, Junie, and Jaden, listen now. Next Friday, right? Today is Friday. Oh, Thursday, sorry. Next Thursday, I'll go through the answer. Okay? And once it's done, I will bring into, I'll go through the answer. The most, I will give you a few minutes to complete it. Okay? I am not going to spend 10 minutes, 20, 30 minutes to sit there and ask you to do this. Because I'm going through the answer with a question with you and a hint to the answer already. So there's no excuse, don't do. You don't do that, so don't give them, tell me that you got other tests or this thing. I'm going to request to ask you to do this, okay? Find a word or phrase in paragraph. So this gears to the ground is talking about IQ, inference questions and factual questions. A typical variety. So find a word, a words or words. Okay, so it can be one word, it can be 2 words to means a typical variety. Then the persistence not letting up. What does it mean? Is it give up? Or very resilience? I don't know. You can look out for the word in paragraph 1, which is the inference and factor. Number 8 is contrast and explain the author. So you must circle the master and 3 slave. So explain the author feeling about his life in paragraph 2 and 3. Wow, no need to say, I really tell you from paragraph 1 to 4 is so miserable, it's so sad, it's so pathetic, it's so heartbreaking, it's so tear-dropping that you imagine you're watching this movie and this guy is like seeing the baby and how bad it is. She sits on my lap smiling and thrown by my tuner singing. So you have been singing to the baby girl, his daughter, incandescence of lights. What does this word means refer to incandescence? Read one sentence before this and one sentence after this. That means read line number 14 as well as line number 16 and 17 and get the meaning. Please do not cheat by Googling the meanings of this word incandescence. All right. Right. So don't look the meaning for this word incandescence and find your own meaning. through reading the passage. What does the phrase means in Cantonese tells you about the person or object author is referring to. So the light thing, right, to show that this light is like 慢慢的就是会消失掉. Just like a candle, right? A light is like a candle. Once the wax is gone, means the light flick off, die off. Right? So question number 10. The author say that for him, time is double-edged. In what way is time double-edged to the writer? Answer your own words. OQ. This will be OQ. Of course, you need to infer IQ, infer questions, and FQ to look for the factors. The double-edged is edge that is double. That means they have both sides of the story. Both sides is advantage and good and disadvantage. Of course, this one to me is more disadvantage than advantage. Why does number 11? Why does the author not live life to its fullest, despite knowing that he is close to death? What's the point? What's the point of live life fullest? The only thing I hope of is to see my daughter every day. After coming back, the whole entire day is going for chemotherapy, medical appointment, just to keep me alive for a couple of days, couple of seconds, couple of what? Or should I go first? And this eradicate my pain and suffering once and for all. I always have this feeling if one day got any scientist or one of my students can find a drugs that can cure cancer 100%, the moment that cancer patient took the drug and go in, and then this drug can start away killing all the cancerous cells. Okay, it may not be immediate effect, but maybe it take about a few months, then slowly they build out the good cell, and then the body come back to good, healthy body. But instead of dying immediately for 3-6 months, that particular drugs can last the human beings for at least another few years. That is really a breakthrough. I think all of us agree with this. What does the phrase chasing after wind? How to chase wind? So it's like sounds like another personification, right? How to chase wind? That means wind is like who? Usain Bolt, the fastest man on earth. Suggests about the way the author view the pursuits of ambitions. 不要想太多了。我现在一天过一天，做一天和尚敲一天钟。我不敢去想到我到时候要怎么样帮我女儿做attend my daughter's graduations, either my 10 years old birthday or this thing. I don't dare to think much of that. Words have a longevity. I do not. That means that these words can have a lot of meanings, but every single word to him now is meaningless, hopeless, and useless. What is unusual and effective about this statement? Can you tell me which word can help me? If any words can help me to make me alive and no cancer, please. Blessing, faith, you know what I mean? So 2 marks. That message is simple. What is this simple message that the author wants his daughter to understand? So the answer in your own words, okay, means a simple message that, please, if daddy is gone, so imagine you are the director. If daddy is gone, don't be sad. Respect your mom. Continue to live your lives to the fullest, which daddy did not have the chance to work with you, hold your hands to go to school, sleep with you and tell story with you. Continue to do your best and live up to life to the fullest. And don't think too much. Daddy will be on your side. Something like that. Just use that imagination there, right? Of course, the next one would be, okay, this one, come on. I mean, seriously. If you do not know the word in your O-level exam or in your prelim exam on your what do you call SA1 or SA or what year-end exam, glutton, sluggish, hopeful, disinterest, desperate, fascinated, conflict. Okay, fair enough. This one, if you want to check your dictionary, go ahead. But don't forget, you see paragraph 2. Is it sluggish? Is it hopeful? Is it desperate? Paragraph 3. So the first sentence of each paragraph will help you to find actually not 100% of the meaning, but it can help you to ideally find very close to the word. Maybe paragraph 2 is conflict. Maybe to the word desperate for paragraph 2. Okay? That's about it for this today lesson, but not end yet, gentlemen, because you're going to do your this the answer is here. So we're going to go through next week. All right. So what you need to do now is your reflections, and if you can, using your reflections and add in what you mean by a Society of Singapore. We got about a couple of 15 minutes. Okay, let's go. Your reflections for what you have learned for today's lessons about adjective. You can use sense, about what is society using Malayans, about this comprehension passage about life is short, cherish it, make full use of every single second. I complete my water, I come back to you. Yeah. This passage also come into my time. To be honest, the past few days, I'm so worried about my health. Even though the doctor suspect that I have cancer for liver and kidney, it might be say suspected. So once you have this idea inside your body, inside your mind, it's very paranoid, it's very pessimistic, it's very negative. I always tell myself, be positive. That's what I tell my student, be positive. It's easy said to other people than but to yourself. So like this father, you're saying, never mind, I think I can do it, I can do it. But in reality, kicks in. Did he really did he really able to do it? Of course, you know the story, 他真的是死掉了. But can you imagine when the daughter were to read her daddy's stuff? In fact, all of us in our body, we do have cancer. It's just that because of our good cell, we can monitor and control these cancerous cells. Please give your reflections, and maybe in the reflections, 2-in-1, you can talk about a society to me. So this reflection is definitely more than 50 to 80 words already, because it's a combinations of your definitions of what is a society of Singapore plus your reflection. These are your set 3. Don't give me 2 or 3 sentences. These reflections and this definition is actually helping you in your summary writing. From now on, please at least 80 words, close to 80 words, okay? Of course, you can write more. I don't stop you, okay? Thank you, Junyi. So how many words do you write? 84. Oh, you count. 66. Where got 84? Here say 66.
Let me count.
骗我. Whoa. Wow, I love you, man, Hanye. Well, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. That is my boy. Well done. How many words? Wow, 116啊 ！Steady, boom, pipi. Okay, let's see my dear friend Jaden. Well done, Jaden. 多少？多少？来，开奖！哇，102，不错不错不错。Judy, you still want to add some more? Okay, Hanya, you read yours first. Hanya, you read your answer, please.
Alright. Today I did a revision of adjectives that we learned last week, where we learned about the order of adjectives, making the sentence sound fluent and correct. Adjectives will allow us to have better vocabulary in the compositions that bump up our language mark. I also learned about reading paragraphs, the first sentence mostly being the main idea of paragraph. This allow me to manage my time more efficiently and saving time
Exactly. Agree. Yes, definitely.
To me, a society in Singapore is where neighbors come together and socialize with one another. Whether it is hallway parties, conversations, or even subtle greetings, is where we survive together, ready to protect one another.
Jaden?
An ideal society in Singapore would be where everyone lives together in harmony and peace, where everyone is treated equally, and where everyone has justice against evil. An ideal society would also be a place where there is minimal poverty and provide education for all citizens. Today, I learned just that. There are countries out there suffering from poverty and are facing economic problems. There are daughters living on when their fathers have passed on due to cancer. These are not what we would like in an ideal society. We would like a place where everyone is happy and has the same conditions.
I'm very proud of you, Jaden. You use the comprehension passage to bring the accent and resonates to put in that this is not the society I want to see. Even though the father might be rich, everything, but so what? He cannot buy a place to replace a fatherly love. So everyone is celebrating Father's Day, but this poor girl will never celebrate Father's Day, like myself lah. Huh? Okay, so that is true. It's like I like the parts where the father has passed on, and this is not the ideal society we want to see. Very sad. I think 在你身边，你的朋友在学校，一定有些是所谓家破人亡。The parents are divorced, or single parents, or parents one of them pass away due to illnesses, or no, the parents ran away because of loan shark, all kinds. It's not an ideal place for them, not a good society, but nevertheless, we have this society that brings together and cut short and reduce this kind of very sad story. Junie, you don't want to add anymore, right? So you want to continue?
I edited it.
You did, man?
Edited.
Oh, sorry. Oh, okay, sorry. I'll replace again, huh? Thank you. Next, where's yours? Junie here. Okay, so how many words? Let's see. Wow, 129. Okay, let's go.
Today I learned how to properly use adjectives, like the order of the importance of adjectives. This can make me have less errors when doing this type of things next time, especially in competition.
Competition, not only in composition, but also in editing. So better use mine easier than the other one with 11 one. Okay, carry on. I
also learned that some are modern for better living conditions and better medical care. This made me really inspired by their hard work, as moving models seem impossible, but they have the strong will to continue. I also learned more words such as favor, meaning, and usage of fist spot better. A society to me is that it is a multiracial where all people have the freedom and rights to voice out their opinions. Society also means a place where people with differences can come together and also be inclusive.
Yeah, I forgot about the moving the mountain one. I as a teacher also forgot. Well done that you bring up the mountains. So in case children, if you think that you study 所谓读书真辛苦，见师如见虎，只怪勤使顽，烧书烧不完。 So no matter how bad when you think about study, think about the 4 pictures lah. Come on, look at the 4 kids. Think about the girl who lost his father. Think about the grandfather who moved the mountain just to go through the difficult path. You guys have all the things in place for you right at your fingertips, right at your not doorstep, right at your really in front of you, and yet you don't appreciate it. And this society has made you what you are so that you have a very comfortable home, a very caring and conducive environments to study, to make sure that you are better, to bring the next future generation even much better, which is like this poor old man to move the mountain in order to make people's life easier. So you are just imagine that you are the old man that's in front of a lot of obstacle. Clear every obstacle. The moment you clear the obstacle away, you feel good. Like the 3 of you, like you wrote this. And this is a very good example that, you know, after you're doing the reflection and doing this, you feel, hey, yeah, 今天的 lesson 没有白学. I learned a lot of few things like adjective, moving mountains, the comprehension passage. The most important thing is about how through these topics, the places in society has transformed you to think about how are you going to build a better future for yourself. That's about it. Not just because you got A1 for English, it's about how through all these things, your minds become able to 3M, mature, manage, and motivate your life even better. All right, thank you very much for your beautiful, wonderful, and awesome reflection. I must say it's very good. Thank you so much.